All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right. So what I'm going to call this lesson is a role reversal. All right. A role reversal, because that's exactly what is going to happen. All right. When Yahweh Shai returns, is going to be a complete, all right, role reversal. All right. Because right now you have Jacob on the bottom. All right. Jacob, all right, represents the nation of Israel. All right. Because the nation of Israel comes out of the loins of Jacob. All right. The seed of Jacob. All right. The nation of Israel being you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. Jacob is on the bottom. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. And Esau, Edom, all right, is at the top. He's in his heaven right now. All right. He has the fatness of this earth right now. All right. But there's going to be a complete role reversal, man. All right. When Yahweh Shai comes back, you Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans, all right, we're going to be set up on high again. You understand? We're going to be kings, gods, and rulers of this planet Earth once again. And Esau, Edom, all right, the so-called white man, he's going to be at the bottom. He's going to be our subject, our slaves. We're going to have complete rule over him, man. All right, there's going to be a complete role reversal. All right, the scriptures say the first shall be last and the last shall be first. You understand? All right, what do you think the Luke the 16th chapter was talking about? All right, the parable of Lazarus and the rich man. That was talking about the switching of kingdoms between Jacob and Esau, man. Esau living on high and then him going into hell, meaning destruction and slavery. All right, while Lazarus, all right, the poor man represents the nation of Israel. All right, now he's going to be on top. All right, it's going to be a whole, that's what that whole parable is about, because a lot of people don't understand that story. They don't even know that it's a parable, man. All right, they don't even know that it's the Lord that spoke that parable too. All right, they think that story is literal, man. All right, how the rich man, you know, is living in hell and he tried to get out of it. Nah, man, it's not talking about a hell, a place where you burn forever. No. All right, the word hell, all right, it comes from the Greek word Hades, which means the grave. That's all the word hell means. It just means the grave. It also represents destruction. It also represents being in a low state. All right. You know, you got people say, I'm going through mad hell right now. I just lost my job and, you know, my girl, I don't have my car no more. That's what that's talking about. That's what hell is, man. Going through hell, going through destruction, being brought down to a low state. All right. So let's get it, man. Let's start with the scriptures. We're going to get in the scriptures. We're going to get the rich man, the Lazarus story and all that. Isaiah 14. All right. So, let's get it, all right? The first shall be last and the last shall be first, all right? All right. All right. Matthew 20 and 16. All right. Now this is Yahweh Shai speaking, man. All right, it's Yahweh Shai, the Messiah speaking. You see the words that they're written in red. All right, that means that's the Messiah speaking. All right, it says, so the last shall be first, and the first last, and many be called, but few are chosen. And that's a scary thing, right? Man? To know that you can be called and still not be chosen. This is why we have to endure to the end. All right, because the Lord said, those who endure to the end shall be saved, and we know that the Lord is not a man that shall lie. All right, so it's our job to endure to the end. All right, that we be good soldiers of Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So, but the point is, all right, so the last shall be first and the first last. And that's exactly what is going to happen when Yahweh Shai returns, man. Right. When he cracks that sky, man. All right. And that's what we're looking for, man. All right, we're tired of living in hell, living in these chains of darkness, not being able to control our minds. Me personally, man, I just want to be purified already, man. I don't want to go off no more. That irks my soul, man. You know? All right? So the last shall be first and the first shall be last. And that's exactly what's going to happen, man. All right? Esau, Edom, all right, the so-called white man, he's coming down from the rulership of this planet Earth. All right? Esau, Edom, all right, starting with the elite banking families, the fake Jewish elite banking families that rule this entire planet, man. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, all right, and the rest of the banking families, man. All right, starting with them, because you know they're the ones that rule the entire planet Earth. Starting because they the ones that have the fatness of the earth. Starting with them, Esau, Edom, trickling down all the way to your Joe 6-pack Edomite, your Edomite peon, man. All right. So the last shall be first and the first shall be last. All right. So let's get Isaiah. All right, 14. Excuse me. Isaiah 14. All right. What am I doing with my typing? All right. Isaiah 14, because that talks about how, all right, when the Lord comes back, we're going to be on top. All right. This is a prophecy in the Old Testament that hasn't been fulfilled yet, man. All right. It's a prophecy that hasn't been fulfilled yet. And this is what's going to happen in the kingdom of heaven when the Lord returns, man. When Yahweh Shai returns, we're going to rule, man. All right. You see, we're going to have all these other nations beneath us. They're going to be our subjects, our servants, and our slaves, man. All right. Just like we're their subjects, servants, and slaves now, it's going to be a complete role reversal. And that's the name of this lesson, man. All right. It says Isaiah 14:1, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. Jacob is talking about you Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans, the nation of Israel. All right, because Jacob's name was changed to Israel after he wrestled with the angel, man. All right, he is the prince of the power. All right, Yashara Allah. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, all right, and will yet choose Israel. That's who he chose, man. That's his chosen people. He chose to save them and them only, to have mercy on them and them only. All right. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. He's going to have mercy on Jacob, not mercy on anybody else, on Jacob. All right. And will yet choose Israel. He ain't choose nobody else. He chose Israel. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, man. All right. And set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Now, these strangers here is talking about Israelite foreigners, man. All right, it's not talking about the other nations. All right, these strangers here is talking about the Israelite foreigners. All right, they're going to cleave to the house of Jacob, man. All right, it says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them. You see? All right. We're going to possess the other nations. All right. When you possess something, it means to own it. We're going to own the other nations. All right. They're going to be our property. Matter of fact, let's get that in Psalms. All right. Let's go to the book of Psalms, the 2nd chapter. All right. Psalms 2nd verse. All right, starting at verse 8. It says, this is Psalms 2:8. It says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance. Yeah, all right, the heathens are going to be our inheritance. We're going to own them. They're going to be ours. All right, the heathen talking about the other nations. All right, we're going to own the Ishmaelite man. All right, the Moabite man. All right, the Ammonite man. All right, they're going to be our subjects. All right, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Yeah, because we're going to own this entire planet, man. We're going to own the universe. We're going to own other planets and all that, man. What do you think the Lord meant when he said, in my Father's house there are many mansions, man? All right, we're going to own everything, man. We're going to have our own planet, our own stars, whatever, man. We're going to be able to do whatever the hell we want. All right. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen, all right, for thy inheritance. Yeah, the Lord's going to give us the heathen, all right? They're going to be our subjects, our slaves, all right? Because real kings, gods, and rulers, they have subjects. They have slaves, man, all right? They rule over people. Just like we're slaves now, the white man rules over us. We're his slaves and his subjects. We don't. We're living under Esau, Edom's rules, laws, and regulations. We don't live under our own rules, laws, and regulations. in this society, here in Babylon, here in America. All right, the United States of America. All right, because if this was our society, if this was our kingdom, we wouldn't be getting shot left and right from our oppressor. We wouldn't be ruled over, man. Our people will be on high. We wouldn't be in slums and ghettos. You understand? Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Yeah, so we're going to rule this earth. This earth is going to be our possession. We're going to own it, all right? Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Just like they broke us with a rod of iron, we're going to break them with a rod of iron, all right? Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Yeah, just like they ruled over us with a rod of iron, and they dashed our children, women, and men, all right? Just like the potter's vessel, we're going to do the same thing to them, man. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, all right? You have to reap what you sow. That's what true justice is. You understand? All right? Being done unto you what you have done unto somebody, man. All right? You have to pay, man. All right? Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like the potter's vessel. Yeah, so they dashed us into pieces, so we're going to dash them into pieces. You understand? All right? So let's get back to Isaiah 14. It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. Yeah, the Lord hasn't done that yet. All right? The Lord hasn't set us in our own land yet. What's our land? The land of Israel. We're not in that land yet. All right? You got gutter rats in that land right now. You have the Edomites, all right? And then you have the Palestinians in that land too, man. All right, but that land belongs to none of them. That's our land. All right, the Lord ain't set us in our land yet. He hasn't redeemed us. All right, that's going to happen when Yahushua comes back and cracks those clouds and simultaneously destroy America while saving us at the same time. Lord willing, I'm part of that number. I'm part of the elect. Lord willing, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah Ratazah. All right, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place in the house of Israel. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, all right, shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. All right, so they're going to be our servants and they're going to be our handmaids. Their men are going to be our servants and their women are going to be our handmaids. Just like we're their servants now and handmaids now, is going to be a complete role reversal. You understand? Because Esau Edom, all right, he's not going to rule this planet Earth forever. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, all right, the devil that the Bible speaks of. He's not going to rule this planet Earth forever. All right, the scriptures say, all right, everything has a beginning and an end. All right, and the end is manifest. All right, Esau Edom, his rulership of this planet Earth is coming to an end, man. All right, the Lord gave him time to rule this planet Earth. All right, and he ruled it in wickedness. All right, the Lord said that he has bounds that he cannot pass. All right, them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. Yeah, so when we return to the Holy Land, all right, when the kingdom of heaven is here, all right, when Yahushua cracks that sky, because that's the kingdom. Once Yahushua cracks that sky, that's the kingdom of heaven. All right, us getting beamed up into the chariots, that's the kingdom of heaven. All right, because once we come down, we're going to have complete rulership of this planet Earth. All right, and we're going to come down from them chariots in style, Lord willing. I'm part of that number, man. All right, the chariots are not going to let us down lightly onto the ground. Now we're going to jump from them chariots, man, and we're going to crack that ground, man. All right, looking for you ones that's digging in these nuclear bunkers, man. All right, and they shall take them captives. All right, yeah, we're going to take y'all captives, all right? And they shall take them captives whose captives they were. All right, so we were your captives. All right, now we're going to take you as captives. All right, it's going to be a complete role reversal. You understand? All right, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. Again, all these other nations, the Edomites, you so-called white people, all right, you so-called Chinese people, you so-called Arabs, all right, you so-called East Indians, you so-called Japanese people, you're going to be our servants and handmaids. We're going to bring you back to the Holy Land, and y'all going into shackles and chains, all right, and you're going to be our slaves, man. All right. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were. Yeah. So you had us as captives. Now we're going to take you captives. All right. And they shall rule over their oppressors. Yeah. We're going to rule out over our oppressors. All right. We have been nothing but slaves. All right. We have been oppressed and slaves ever since we came over here on slave ships, man, in chains and shackles, right? Just because we're not in literal chains and shackles anymore, that don't mean we're slaves, all right? Our people are mentally enslaved. That's why they're into sports, all right? They're into all these TV shows and all this nonsense, right? To keep them fast asleep. All this was created to keep our people fast asleep. It's called bread and circus, man. You understand? All right? To keep our people fast asleep from knowing who we are. All right? This is how we are enslaved mentally, man. All right? That's worse than physical enslavement, man. All right? To not know who you are. To walk around as zombies aimlessly. All right? So this is what's going to happen. All right, in the kingdom of heaven, there's going to be a whole role reversal. We're going to take them, and they're going to be our slaves and our captives. Again, it says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel, all right, which is you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, all right, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, all right, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Yeah, we're going to rule over our oppressors, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, and these other nations, because these other nations oppress us too. All these other nations, all right, had their hand in the cookie jar when it comes to our oppression and our enslavement, man. You understand? These other nations, they come together, all right, and they are confederate against us, man. They come together to keep us down, all right? They have an agenda. All these other nations, all right? It tells you that in the Psalms, the 83rd chapter, that all these other nations come together, all right? To keep the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American man asleep, so that the nation of Israel shall no longer be in remembrance. All right? These other nations don't care about us. What other nation came to our help when the white man had us in slavery? What nation said, oh, don't do that. That's not nice. You shouldn't do that. Let those people go. What nation came to our help? What race of people came to our help? Told the white man to let us go. Nah, man, they help further. They help further the affliction, man. All right. So now let's get Luke, the 16th chapter, man. All right. Let me get my scriptures real quick. Let me flip. I got my Bible right here. Let me flip to my scriptures real quick. I want to get something real quick. I like to look at the scriptures, physically too, right here in front of me. All right, so let's get the parable of the rich man and Lazarus, which was the beggar. All right, because a lot of people don't understand, all right, what this is actually talking about. All right, they think that this is literal. They don't understand that the rich man stands for Esau, Edom, and that Lazarus stands for the nation of Israel, man. All right, so let's get into it, man. All right, it says this was a whole parable. This parable is talking about the switching roles between Esau, Edom, the switching of kingdoms. All right, because right now Esau, Edom, he's in his kingdom. He's in his heaven. He rules this planet Earth right now. He has the fatness of this earth right now because that was his blessing, man. All right, to rule this planet Earth. All right, for a certain period of time. All right, that was the blessing that Isaac gave him, the fatness of the earth, and that he was going to rule it by a sword, man, by destruction. All right, that's why there's nothing but chemtrails in the sky, millions and tons of waste being dumped in the ocean. The water supply, the food supply is destroyed. All right, it's poisoned because that's how he rules this planet Earth, man. Esau, Edom, so-called white men, the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? All right, so let's get into it. All right. So this is Yahushua speaking. Yahushua is speaking this parable, man. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so it says, there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen. Yeah, because all throughout the scriptures, you know, kings were known to wear fine linen, all right, of the color purple. All right, kings and rulers, they wear the color purple, man. All right, and this rich man is talking about Esau, Edom. All right, he's the king of this earth right now. All right, he's in his kingdom. That's why he's wearing this purple. It says that this rich man was wearing purple, right? Because he's the king of this earth right now. All right, there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day. All right, and there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores. All right, so this Lazarus, all right, this beggar, all right, named Lazarus, all right, this represents the nation of Israel. All right, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, all right, we're at the bottom. All right, we're that beggar, man. All right, catching the crumbs of the riches, man, of the rich. All right, no matter how much money we make, all right, we're living in hell. We have nothing but crumbs, man. We have nothing in this world, in this society, because this world isn't ours, man. The world to come is ours. All right. What does it say in 2nd Ezra? I think it's the 6th chapter. The 6th chapter, the 9th. Yeah, it's the 6th chapter, I think. Right? Esau's the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of the follow. Right now, we're in Esau's world. But our world is the world to come, man. The kingdom of heaven. When Yahushua cracks the cloud, man. And we become rulers and kings and gods of this planet Earth once again. And this time it's going to be forever. And we're never going to come down. All right? We're gonna be immortal. All right? We're gonna have new bodies. When I say a role reversal, it's something like that our minds can't even fathom. All right, the scriptures say that our eyes have never seen, near nor have our ears heard of the things that the Lord has waiting for us, man. We haven't even thought of the things, all right, that the Lord is getting ready to give us. It hasn't even crossed our minds. No matter how hard you think how the kingdom of heaven is going to be like, the things that we haven't seen or that we're going to see, Lord willing, I'm part of that number. We haven't seen it or even thought of it, man. All right. It says there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen, fared sumptuously every day, which this rich man represents Esau, Edom. All right. And there was a beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores. So this beggar named Lazarus is talking about the nation of Israel, represents Israel, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, all right? It says, and there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores and desiring, all right, to be fed with crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. Yeah, the dogs represents the other nations. All right, they licked our sores, meaning they furthered our affliction. They didn't come to help us. They licked our sores, man. All right, they kicked us while we was already down. All right, but you people want to love everybody. See, you simple ass Negroes, man. Y'all some Sambos, man. Y'all some cool niggas, man. All right? You want to love everybody when they don't even love you. All right? You people want to love your damn enemy, man. You understand? These nations don't love you, man. Every other nation had their hand in the cookie jar when it comes to our oppression and enslavement, man. All right, so while the rich man, all right, while Esau, Edom had us in slavery, all right, the dogs, the other nations, all right, they helped Esau, Edom keep us low. All right, that's why they move into our neighborhoods. All right, they got restaurants in our own neighborhoods, but we don't have restaurants in our neighborhoods. All right, they put liquor stores in our hoods and corners to destroy our people. Churches on every block to keep our people asleep. You understand? There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores, and desiring to be fed with crumbs, which fell from the rich man's table. That's our people, man. All right. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. Yeah, so they helped further our affliction. The dogs is the other nation. They didn't make it better. All right. Verse 22. All right. Matter of fact, let's get Zechariah. I got a precept here. Let's get Zechariah. What am I doing? Zechariah. The first chapter. All right. Zechariah. 1 and 15. Oh yeah. It says Zechariah 1 and 15. It says, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen. The heathen is talking about the other nations. The Lord said that he was he was sore displeased with the heathen. Why? All right, he said, I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward affliction. Yeah, the Lord was only a little displeased at us. That's why he put us into slavery and all that, man. All right, but then y'all helped further the affliction, man. Y'all kicked us while we was already down, man. All right, y'all destroyed us completely, man. And the Lord said, those who lead into captivity shall go into captivity, and those who kill with the sword must be killed with the sword. Oh man, that's why the Lord is going. We're we're going to become the Lord's battle axe, man. The Lord is going to use us to destroy y'all, man. Just like you destroyed us, man. Y'all think because y'all have gotten away with for so long, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds a year, that y'all thought y'all was just off scot-free, huh? See, the Lord ain't forget about what y'all have done, man. All right. So it says, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table, moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass that the beggar died. All right, Lazarus died, and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried, all right, because the promise starts with Abraham, all right? It went from Abraham, Isaac, and then to Jacob, man. All right, the beggar, all right, which was Lazarus, all right, which represents the nation of Israel, went into Abraham's bosom, all right? We have that promise of Abraham. The promise started with Abraham, all right? The promise of the kingdom of heaven. The promise of the glory, the kingdom, the covenant, all right? And it came to pass, all right, that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom, all right? The beggar was carried into Abraham's bosom, not the rich man, all right? Was carried it says, and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried, all right? And in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. All right, so now Lazarus is in the bosom. All right, now he's the one that's sitting on high, the beggar. All right, now Lazarus is sitting on high, and the rich man, all right, is now in hell, in torments. All right, not hell meaning a place where you burn forever, hell meaning in a very low state. All right, because Esau, Edom, all right, he's going to be in a low state when Yahushua comes back. All right, he's going to be brought down, all right, from the rulership of this planet Earth, because right now he rules the earth, but he's going to be brought down to a low state. He's going to be living in hell. He's going to become a slave, a subject. All right, he's going to be living in chicken coops. You understand? He's going to be in hell. All right. In a low state, he's going into destruction. All right. It says, and the rich man also died and was buried, and in hell he lift up his eyes, being in torments, all right, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. That's right. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. Yeah, so he was in great destruction, man, in great hell. All right, he couldn't bear the hell that he's living in, because he's going into, all right, Esau Edom is going, the so-called white man, he's going into hardcore slavery. All right, he's going into hardcore work. He's going into hardcore bondage. Just like he had us in hardcore bondage, we're gonna put him in hardcore bondage. But his bondage is gonna be way worse than our bondage, man. Matter of fact, let's get that. All right, he's going into chains and he's going into shackles. All right, let's get that. All right, Psalms 149. All right, and I start at all right, 5. It says, let the saints be joyful in glory. The saints is talking about the Israelites, man. All right, the saints are only known as Israelites in the Bible. Only the Israelites are known as saints in the Bible. All right, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Yeah, because in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to be joyful, man. All right, nothing is going to be bother us no more. We're not going to shed any more tears. All right, we're going to be living on high. We're going to be kings and gods again. We're never going to die. All right, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Yeah, man. We're not going to have to wake up and go to work. Oh, man, I got to go to work. We're not going to wake up tired. Even though we had 8 hours of sleep, we're not going to wake up tired. All right. Verse 6, let the high praises of God be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. Yeah, that's right. We're going to have a two-edged sword in our hand. Why? Verse 7, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments on the people. Yeah, we're going to execute vengeance and punishment on the people, man. We're going to have them in slavery, man. All right, they're going to get everything that they deserve, man. All right, for destroying us, man. It's called reaping what you sow. Everything that you have done to us has to be done unto you, man. All right, we're gonna judge y'all. We're gonna judge y'all and give y'all punishments, man. All right. It says to bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron. All right, so they're going into slavery, captivity. They're going into chains, man. They're going to be shackled up. They're going to have yokes of iron upon their necks, man. Just like we had yokes of iron upon our necks. All right. And what do you think? The original Planet of the Apes was about, man. The apes represents the nation of Israel. You Negroes and Latinos, man. We were the apes in that movie, and we had put y'all. They had the white man in slavery in chains, man. All right. It said to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. Yeah, so we're going to execute the judgments. All right, we're going to put upon you the judgments that were written, man. All right, this honor have all his saints, praise ye the Lord. Yeah, hopefully we get that honor, man. All right, hopefully we're part of that, man. All right, it'll be a blessing, an honor to do that, man. All right, whoo. All right, so let's go back, man. All right, verse 24 says, and he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. Yeah, so now he's living so Nazareth is living on high, and Esau Edom, the rich man, all right, is in hell, man. Now he's the one that's living on low. He's the one that's in chains and shackles now. He's the one that's begging now instead of Lazarus. All right. It says, verse 25, but Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things. Yeah, so Abraham is saying, remember when you was living on high, when you had the complete rulership of this planet Earth, when you was in your heaven, all right, and Lazarus, all right, the beggar was living on in hell when he was on the bottom. All right, Abraham saying, remember that. All right, but Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime received thy good things, and likewise Lazarus the evil things. That's right, man. All right, so Abraham is saying when y'all was living on high, all right, and Lazarus was living the evil things on low, all right, It says, but now he is comforted and thou art tormented. Yeah, complete role reversal. Now Lazarus is the one that's comforted. Now he's the one that's sitting on high. All right. And now you are the one, Abraham is saying, now you are the one that's living in torment. Now you're the one that is going, that's what's going to happen when Yahushua comes back. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he's going to be set on low. He's going into chains and the shackles. He's going to have an evil time for 1,000 years. 1,000 years he's going into slavery, hardcore bondage. And then after those 1,000 years, all right, the entire nation of Edom, all right, you so-called white people, you so-called Caucasian people. Let me say so-called Caucasian, all right? Because being a so-called, having so-called white skin doesn't make you an Edomite, all right? It says, but Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receiveth thy good things. Yeah. All right. When Esau, Edom was on high. All right. Lazarus, it says, likewise, Lazarus, the evil things. All right. So while Lazarus, all right, which is the nation of Israel, was living at the bottom, Esau, Edom, all right, the rich man, all right, was living on high, man. All right. But this is the role reversal right here. It says, but now he is comforted and thou art tormented. Yeah. Complete role reversal. Now Lazarus is the one that's living on high and the rich man is living on low, man. Slavery and hell. All right. It says, and beside all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed. Woo. All right. So that they which would pass from hence to you cannot. All right. Yeah. So we're never going to go into slavery again. All right. When we're set up on high, when Yahushua comes back, we're never ever again going to fall again. All right. That's the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is going to be forever. All right. We're never ever going to come down ever again. All right. So that's why it says those that pass from hence cannot go into you. All right. We're not going to be in your condition ever again. All right. The roles are never going to be reversed again. When Yahushua comes back, the kingdom of heaven is set and that's it. It's going to be forever, man. All right, Yahushua kingdom is going to be forever. All right, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. Yeah, so it's never going to go back and forth ever again, man. There's a great gulf fix. Whoo. All right. And beside all this, all right, so that's why it's better for us to cry now so we can laugh later, man. All right. If it means going through hell now to get to the kingdom of heaven now, later, then so be it. Hell yeah. All right, because it's gonna be great to get that last laugh, man. All right, verse 26. And beside all this, between us and there is a great gulf fixed. Between us, excuse me, let me read that again. It says, and beside all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. Ooh, all right. Then he said, I pray thee, therefore, Father, that thou wouldest send him to my father's house. All right. For I have 5 brethren, that he may testify unto them, lest they also come into this place. Yeah, so he's begging to let him tell his people about this place, man, so that they don't do wrong, so they don't come into this place, man. All right, which is not, it's not literally talking about hell, man. It's not talking about a place where you burn forever, man. It's talking about hell, living in a low state, living in destruction, being a slave. All right. He said, I have 5 brethren. This is how you know it's talking about Esau, Edom too. All right. The so-called white man. All right. So let's get, because when you go, because Esau had 5 sons, man. All right. Let's get, First Chronicles, 1. All right. First Chronicles 1:35. It says, and the sons of Esau, all right, Eliphaz, or Ruel, and Jeush, and Jalam, and Korah. All right, that's 5. All right. It said that the rich man, all right, he said that he had 5 brethren, and he wants to tell him about this place, that he don't come into this place, man. All right. It says right here, Let's go. Where am I? Where am I? All right. So yeah, verse 28 says, "For I have 5 brethren, that he may testify unto them, lest they also come into this place of torment. Abraham saith unto him, They have Moses and the prophets, let them hear them. And he said, Nay, Father Abraham, but if one went unto them from the dead, they will repent. He said unto him, If they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead." Whoo! So it's a wrap. It's a wrap for Esau Edom. All right? He has nothing but destruction coming unto him, man. All right? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right? The Edomites today are you so-called Caucasian people. All right? So y'all got something coming to you. It's going to be a complete role reversal, man. All right, y'all going into slavery, you Edomites, Esau, y'all going into slavery, man. All right, straight up. It's going to be a complete role reversal. You understand? So I'll leave it at that, all right? So I hope this lesson was edifying. Lord willing, it was edifying. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All right. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, you Seminole Indians, West Indians, Haitians, and Brazilians. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right. So with that being said, until the next one, shalom.